other seasons of Loki. Don't even know
She's
how many there are.
I think there's only 2. She's the princess in Dune, Florence Pugh. She's the
Yes, the new Dune,
the
the Emperor's daughter.
Emperor's daughter. Yeah, sorry, thank you. I was like, I know she's the princess of. She's wearing a really cool outfit for 2 seconds. She's literally in the movie
They
for
all
like
wear
a
some
blink.
cool outfits in those movies, but that doesn't fit to how I imagine the princess. But sure, have not seen it.
Well, by the time the next Dune movie comes out, what's his face is definitely not even going to be close to being the right age.
Are they making another one?
Oh yeah, pretty
What
sure.
are they basing it on?
The book.
Mm.
Wait, is the book not done? Wait, they didn't finish the book in the second one?
They finished the first book.
Yeah.
Oh no, which book?
The next
Dune.
one.
Are they doing Messiah?
Yes.
They might be, yeah.
That's such a
I'm pretty
dreadful
sure.
idea.
No, yeah, they shouldn't, but they are.
Money.
Mike, what do you think about this?
They definitely left it on enough of an open ending they could make a third movie, but the books start to get weird after
Immediately
the original Dune. Yeah, I don't think that the common masses are prepared for the fact that Paul's eventually going to become a worm. They're just not ready for that.
I think it's going to happen.
I don't think what's his face is ready for that. Timothée Chalamet.
He's not.
I don't know. I think he was born ready.
Timothée was born ready to be a worm.
No one's asked him yet. They haven't told him how the books end.
Right.
And he
hasn't read any
refuses
of the
to
books.
read them.
Hey, Mike, I have
this all tracks to me.
Yes.
People keep telling him he should, and he's like, "No, they're the best. They're the best science fiction that ever was. The internet says so."
Did you ever watch the cursed, very cursed, terribly cursed movie called Tusk?
No.
Mike, did you see it?
How old is Tusk?
2014?
2015, yeah. I watched it with Papa, and we loved the first 30 minutes, and then it was bad.
It had a really excellent trailer, and I was hype about it like the rest of the stringers were, because it was like the I Don't Want to Die in Canada movie, and he becomes a walrus, but like from what I understand, he really does pretty graphically become a walrus, and so I'm really glad that I didn't actually end up watching it with the other 2 stringers.
I watched all 3 of the Human Centipede movies.
So
yeah, I didn't see those either.
I haven't.
So my question is, should I see it at this point, or should it be avoided at all costs? Because I have not seen it.
I think you'd be okay.
I mean, what flavor of horror
it.
movie do you like?
You haven't seen it, Gabe.
I know what it is.
I prefer the horror movie that's more mental. Like Paranormal Activity was spot on for me because most of that was in your head.
Man,
it wasn't in the film.
Pretty good too.
I'll tell you what's not a very mental movie.
I prefer
that.
Yeah,
I read the synopsis on Wikipedia, and it made me upset. And here's
number 1, a good time that's also awful. Number 2, skip entirely. Number 3, back to fun awful time.
Skip entirely for what reason?
It's just like a bummer, just like the whole time. Like there's not really not really any plot. The story goes they introduce this guy who idolizes the bad guy from the first movie, but he's just not smart and he's just not good at the thing he's trying to do. And so he does his best, but it doesn't work very well. And then the way that because everyone dies in all these movies, the way that everyone dies is like one after another through pure happenstance. Like it's all just like stupid tragedy.
The first, from what I'll say from watching Tusk, is the first like 30 to 45 minutes is very spooky. Of like this guy's coming to Canada to figure out what's going on, and he goes to this guy's mansion, and they have a very eerie dinner that Papa and I were like, "Ooh, this is gonna be good." Like, I'm creeped out. Like this is like I don't like it. It's spooky. And then immediately once it gets to the part where he like
to it, huh?
Then they get right to it. And the ending, he's literally just a sad walrus man in an enclosure. eating fish.
Oh, all right. And it's Justin Long who stars in it. Okay.
It's and then you literally see him as it's visually not great for the peepers to peep. But the
I've
first
heard it's
45
really
minutes,
good.
first 45 minutes, very spooky. Like it sets it up really well, and then suddenly you're like, oh, he
And
really
is
is.
it
He did it.
like
God damn it, they did it. He's a they did it.
is
He's
it
a walrus.
spooky in your head spooky or
Yeah, it's like spooky vibes. You're like, oh, this old man's creepy. Like,
Okay.
what's gonna happen? Oh my goodness! And then you're like, oh, now I know exactly what's happening.
okay.
He's
All right.
he's a walrus
They're
now.
both kinds of spooky. I heard it's really good for people who don't like Justin Long.
Yeah, if you watch Justin Long have a very bad time the entire
Savage.
movie.
If you've watched a Justin Long movie and been like, I don't like that character, then Tusk is the movie for you.
Not
This is
even
the-
just I
this
don't
is the
like him,
film
but I
for
want to
you.
watch him suffer.
I'm not
Wow.
indifferent. I'm
yep.
actively hating.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Don't Breathe is a really good psychological spooky. If you haven't seen that one, Mike,
That was a spooky ooky movie.
it's about kids breaking into a blind man's house to be like, oh, this is an easy mark. We can get some money, and then it turns out to be not what they expect, and that's all I'll say. And it's very good.
I can't. Are these like young kids or like teenagers?
These
They're
are
like-
college kids.
They're like
Okay.
college or high school. It's
like
kind of hard to tell.
College,
I-
yeah.
They're college
Something
kids.
changed in my brain when I became a parent, and I can't watch movies where kids are in danger anymore. It just
Oh no,
stresses
they're
me.
not children.
No.
Okay.
This
I mean,
isn't
they're
a
like-
Stephen
They're
King.
breaking
This is
into
a,
his
just a
house to
regular
Right,
rob
yeah,
his safe
yeah,
kind of
okay.
Yeah.
situation. They're not like they're like I think in their young 20s.
Okay. All right. That's different.
So yes,
That's totally
still
different.
young, but like
Yeah.
not like child.
That's a good movie, but it is uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'd have to be in the right mindset for that. 'Cause right now,
But-
I seek entertainment and escapism, and most horror
Oh,
movies
fair.
don't do that for me anymore.
I'm on and off with my horror.
This
but I
gives
like
you a
it.
pretty good like punishment retribution vibe for again like the first 35-45 minutes, and then it does kind of
Oh, the last 30 minutes are noodles.
it tilts.
It tilts. Okay. Duly noted.
But definitely, like, if you're wanting the psychological spooky part, that's
It
definitely
isn't
it.
gory.
Because it's not
Okay.
it's not gory, and there's like I like the ones that are very psychological that can be more like, if I want to go into a horror movie, I want it to be realistic. I'm not a huge fan of the paranormal stuff. I'm like, I just can't get into it for me. I don't know. I need it to have like a little bit of more reality for me to feel. Unless there's scuttling. I don't like it when things scuttle.
How do you feel about subtitles?
Oh, I'm totally good with subtitles.
Sister of mine?
Yeah. Just like in general, having them.
I mean just like movies that need them, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I think is it French? Lawrence, we watched a movie called Them.
Yeah,
Is
that's a
it
French horror
this-
movie.
Yeah.
It
That
was
would be one that
inspiration for the film The Strangers.
Wish they're coming out with a second one.
That's actually the third one.
Yeah. They're coming out with the third one.
The Strangers
But
is
the
also good.
The French version is good. Them?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the French version is very good.
Those them they're strangers.
I think Pulse is also an interesting one because there's no like, it's all aura and all psychological up until the very, very end.
Hmm.
The movie can almost be summed up when like Gary Shadows, who, uh-oh, wonder what that means, and then they find out what it means.
Yeah, we're talking about movies today also, in which what our characters would play if our podcast got picked up.
Who our characters would be played by, or who our characters
Yeah.
would play.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to.
D-Ham would play Deadpool.
Yeah, sure, sure. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Yeah. I know I watch a lot of horror movies. Horror movies is like where I go to when I'm looking for a movie. I'm just thinking about horror movies now. None of my actors though are horror movie well, we'll see. We'll get there. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Dungeons, Drive-Ins, and Dice Arcade Apocalypse. This season, we're using Apocalypse World to tell the stories of these four goons, trying to currently just escape in general. We're looking for a water filtration engine. We're looking for friends, but mostly we're trying not to. We're just trying to get out of here because we don't want to be here. I'm M, and I'm the master of ceremonies is what we're calling it. That's what they call it. I don't even like to call it that, but that's what they call it. And we've got a question of the day, and it's if our if the podcast in general were picked up for like an entertainment service, right? I think this could go for TV or just like individual movies. I think the 30 episode ones would be like a 2-movie situation at a minimum.
Might I suggest audio drama?
An audio drama. I don't know. I feel like I want to see these folks, except for in one of my cases. So I'll start at the bottom of my list. If we were doing like Arcade Apocalypse, I did pick out a couple characters. One for the narrative bits in between. I think it would be cool if those were still read, and the only voice that jumps to my head when I think narrator, and I think that would bring a real fun like split to the action in the Apocalypse World would be David Attenborough doing the in-between narrations because of how much it does not fit. I think it would be awesome the whole way out. Every time he came back, I would be cackling, dude.
Yeah, add some gravity to the situation. Because I'm pure levity.
And to remove
Werner Herzog would be good in that vibe.
That's
too.
a really good one too. That's a really good one too. To remove the gravity, the wizard would definitely be played by Jason Mantzoukas.
Yeah.
Why would he not be? That's just too good. That's how you can get that energy without, because I can't.
You can
really
say
draw that
those
energy,
things without being horrible.
Exactly. And then Haribo. Gabe pointed out to me before we started that Haribo, or that, like, it's a longer series, and I thought about Haribo very quickly. And if he was Southern, I would say Daniel Radcliffe, but he's not, and I think that's not his accent at all. But Nick Cage, I think, would make a great older Haribo. He's quite a bit older, I think, than Haribo draws. But I like his energy across all his things.
I want you to channel more Nick Cage then. When we get back to it,
The problem with that is that the
I'm-
first thing that comes to mind now when I think Nick Cage is not Haribo related. It's the scene in the car from Longlegs where he's screaming about daddy and mommy. It is the most unsettling like Nick Cage moment I've ever seen.
I'll have to go watch that. Hell yeah!
It's not a
sings
great
in that one, right?
movie overall, but there's a couple really good.
I've seen quite a few very bad Nick Cage movies, so I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm on the fence about it.
Not The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Love
No,
The Sorcerer's
that one's pretty solid.
No, I in general, I think he's I enjoy his movies in general. And his
This
roles.
podcast is all about Nick Cage.
This is a Nick Cage fan podcast.
This is the Nick Cage fan cast. I am Nick Cage's number 6 fan, Theodore Stringer. And I play Dill. And if Dill was to be played in any sort of visual medium, my choice would be Weird Al Yankovic. I want Weird Al for Dill.
Yeah.
He can even have
so much
his hair. I know that canonically Dill is bald, but if Weird Al played Dill, I don't care. Whatever he wants. And I did also have to do some scramble thinking about my own narrative. And I was thinking about Moundain the Wizard. And I was sort of thinking what if Thor's endgame arc instead happened to Doctor Strange? The man's just stuck up in his tower with a big bag of weed, and nothing but time and magical lenses, and that's sort of what we're running into up there.
Enough that they reflect back on himself. Be a wild time to get
Who
high up
knows?
there.
Yeah, narration. I don't know. Don't know about that. Onward.
And my name
David
is
Attenborough,
Lawrence
sorry.
Jennings, and I play the DeLucas Chop House answering machine. I pondered over this briefly, whenever we came up with the question, about 10 minutes before starting the podcast. I would love Hugh Grant as DeLucas Chop House answering machine. I think he could give some levity to what is essentially a monotone character.
Lots of
And
stuttering.
at some point, I might give a monologue, and I think that a good Hugh Grant monologue. Oh, boy, I really enjoyed him in Heretic. A good Hugh Grant monologue, I think, would be great coming out of D Ham's little voice box. That'd be good.
That's a good pull.
I like
And
it.
who else did I play? Oh yeah, Sparkalonius. Give me that's
I
a
just
tough
picture
one.
that bubble character from SpongeBob, even though I've never seen it.
Bubble
Yeah,
That's
I
actually
think I would like
I'm-
Paul F. Tompkins. I think that would be a good pull. I could see that.
I wouldn't hate Daniel Radcliffe in the role.
Daniel
Honestly.
Radcliffe. Daniel Radcliffe's it's a good pull as well.
he would love it too. That little freak.
He's on
Elijah
the
Wood?
little
That.
freak. He's on the bench. He's on the bench for a lot of characters in the
Put
series.
me in, coach. Put me in.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
to
All
get
good
away from
Harry
options. All good
Potter.
options.
Lawrence, that's your contact photo in my phone. Is the bubble guy?
Yeah, it should be 100%.
Bubble buddy.
That's my man. I love Sparkalonius.
Gosh. All right. And I am Michael, and I play Spigot, the water bearer. And I'm thinking for Spigot in the live action, a young John Malkovich would be phenomenal as Spigot, because he's kind of quirky, he's kind of weird. And especially if we were at the point where Norman was starting to talk to him, I think the conversations between Malkovich and Norman would be phenomenal.
Being
Now
Spigot.
for the
I haven't played both characters 100%.
Now for the
just
narration of Spigot's journey, it would have to be Morgan Freeman. Just cause why would you not have Morgan Freeman?
And having both narrators in the same movie would be
Narration
fucking
off.
wild.
Yes.
Just got being John Malkovich playing in my mind now whenever Spigot's on screen.
John Malkovich being
It's just
Spigot.
Morgan Freeman inside of a little closet inside of John Malkovich.
What
And
about the mask? Does he have a voice?
Oh, that's a good question.
I
That could
forgot the
be
mask's name, but I
Norman.
think he has-
Norman.
Norman.
It could be like maybe Steve Buscemi.
Whoa. Fantastic pull. Great pull.
And my name is Grace Stringer, and I play Petal in this current campaign. And for Petal, I was thinking a young Jewel State. I think that's how you pronounce it. She plays
Yeah.
Kaylee in Firefly. I've been looking at research pictures. Looks like she's had a lot of plastic surgery.
Oh, yeah.
What her in Firefly era?
We're thinking
what I'm
Kaylee
picturing,
from
'cause
Firefly.
she like wears a jumpsuit and everything. And then for my other character Marjorie, if we're doing double dipping, I always kind of picture Carolyn Jones from the original Addams Family TV show, the black and white one. She's kind of got that spooky vibe that Marjorie the Necromancer is all about. I did not have a plan for narration, so I'm just gonna say I really liked Barack Obama's narration of the national parks. I think he's good at
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So I'm picking Barack Obama.
And that's when Marjorie had to church.
As Marjorie's narrator, that's fucking
That's the fucking best thing
radical,
I've
dude.
ever heard.
That's awesome.
I
And
do
that
what I
is
can.
when
you know?
I killed that kid.
Yeah,
It was the
Oh,
evilest act
man.
I've ever done.
And this spell that Marjorie shot, it was very cool.
Great. Well casted. Honestly, a box office hit. Honestly,
How are we gonna afford this, man?
No note.
they bought it. We don't have to afford anything.
Yeah.
We can afford it all now because they had to pay a lot for all these rights.
I could see Daniel Radcliffe just optioning the whole podcast just for himself.
A one-man show. One man showing it. Oh, man. Back to our story, though. We're still split up, but we've come to the end of, well, a little lull in the action on two different paths. Let's see, in the crypt, Spigot and Petal, along with Pollen, and now the, allied pack beast that, again, in its smaller form, much like just like a big barrel-chested dog with a smaller back hindquarters. It doesn't look like as symmetrical. I don't know if symmetry is the right word, but it doesn't look balanced. Like the back is definitely much smaller, and there's a lot of extra hanging skin. The four of you stand in a quiet crypt now, staring into the open front door, I guess, of the crypt. We're in the maze, maze area. All four sconces lit, and the trial virtually over. In front of you, a stone pedestal inside of the crypt with a spinning, ancient, cracked stone trophy atop it that, rooted in its base, is the key that that you folks are after. Last session, Petal had a vision that was pointing her to some sort of, I don't know, stash or cache or something she was building up in the maze with the brick, leaving one brick out so she could mark her spot. And yeah, we virtually have finished this game, though. In the other corner, the House of Pain / Fun, it was not all that challenging of a combat for Dill and Murderbot to overtake the enhanced and enraged Branch, who has just been bulked up to exponential proportions and is very like overly muscular and vascular and asymmetrical. That time does work. One side definitely bigger, more bulky and bubblier than the other. None of it seems right. But enraged, he jumped at the two of you and the three of you, and the three of you just sort of overwhelmed his senses. But with all of the bullet points, we got pain, we got narco stabs, you got like poisons, more poisons in there on top of the poisons he got already, and then the group hot roll, that is the ultimate nail in the head because you guys rolled just too well on Team Hot Roll, and it all sort of coalesced in Branch as a seizure, which is where we find ourselves now, with the two of you, three of you over the top of Branch's bulky, seizing body, arms and legs shooting out as he's, I don't know, another verb for seizing, but doing
I think we said he was fine, right?
Oh! No.
Well,
No, we
at least
didn't.
he's not dead. I think.
But I do. That's awesome. I mean, fine. No. I don't even think you can like shrug on that. Fine. I wanted
He's
to check
alive.
if anyone wanted to do a stat change for our team, like the check stats, because I know that some people don't want their hot stats.
Can I
wouldn't
keep my
mind if we
stats?
changed it.
Can I keep my stats?
That's up to the team because if you know, if
I
we- if
vote
we
no
do-
change.
no change.
You voted that
Press one
last
for no.
week.
And
I
I'm
vote
gonna keep
change.
voting it.
I'm currently hot and weird. Do you want this to continue?
Yes.
Fair enough.
I have no, you know,
No one
dogs
else
in this
seems
race.
to be voting, so let's.
I'm
So it's a tie.
I'm okay with
hot
letting it
and
ride.
weird.
I'm fine either way. My stats are great for me, but I do have sympathy for those that are not great for D.
All right, and so now we can all agree to never ask this. No, I'm just kidding.
That's the last time that we'll talk about it.
We do another episode. I'm requiring that we change our stats.
And I sort of ended the last session with a pedal vision roll, so I am unfortunately not gonna just rock into another pedal vision roll. Because now it's
You're
been
fine.
like 5 minutes in narrative
Oh,
time.
5 minutes.
You know. You guys were running and then you finished the thing. I think you had that vision while you were running back to the main central area. No stat change. We literally just narratively had a vision. So we're going to start over in the House of Pain / Fun with D-Ham, Dill, and a Seizing Branch. Murderbot.
So
points
did
his
we
guns
win?
Down. Should I finish the job, Father?
No. Press no. Press no.
No. Pulls his guns back in. Sadly.
DM opens his stomach and like points at it like, come on, get in.
His arms droop down like he's throwing a little bit of a tantrum, but he slowly floats back in.
Back in your closet.
Now that Branch is more safe, press 1 for looking for
Oh,
the
wait.
trophy /
Who's
key.
the voice of the murder bot? Who's the
Also,
juicy
well, it's a
bastard?
one-man show now, so
Oh.
also Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe, yep.
Fair.
Uh,
Or we could make it crazy and make it Elijah Wood.
there
That
it
would have been
is.
my number 2 choice.
There it is. Thank you. You found it.
I do what I can.
Press 1 to find the key / trophy. Press 2 to find the squishy man. Press 3 to surprise.
1.
And D-Ham's gonna start looking around in the room that we're in for the trophy.
You start scoping.
I guess Dill's gonna make a intelligence or like a sharp roll.
I was gonna open my brain.
Read a person, perhaps.
Okay.
I guess is the thing we're doing here. We're gonna try and assess his condition and ascertain what, if anything, I can do about it. I could do superhuman CPR. We are 2 superhumans, I think. Read a person is sharp. My sharp is -1.
So you read a person, and maybe Lawrence, you either read a sitch. There's read a situation or read what's the other one? There's the one we made up. Examine closely, maybe. We can just call it the room in general. Or if there's anything else too that draws to you. Doesn't have to be either of those.
I'm gonna go for
Open your brain. You also said you could do, and I would.
I'm gonna
I
go
would
for an
accept
open your
that.
brain. Ooh, baby. That's gonna be a 5.
Hey,
Well,
hey, let's both take experience.
oh no. I'm gonna say that Dill
I
doesn't
poke
have
him
a
with a really long finger.
yeah.
Oh.
You don't have a great grasp as Dill of this situation, and I guess Dill's in control at the moment. And you know, I think let's see, is there a miss that you get? No. No. On a miss, ask one anyway,
Nope.
but be prepared for the worst. Is there a question that you have from this list for
No.
read a person?
I didn't even think I got one. Let's see really
Turns
quick.
out. There's these don't work incredibly for the moment.
These are silly. For someone having a seizure.
Yeah.
What does your character wish I'd do?
Oh boy.
Hmm? What do you
Roll
wish
him.
the rubber man would do?
I'd say that in if you were in Branch's situation you're watching this go down, he's just started like coughing and choking on something in his own throat. So if you were in Branch's situation, I think you know that he'd wish you to roll him over to the side. But he is choking, he is like
He has
what do they
something in
say?
his throat that he
Drowning in
needs
their own
removed.
vomit, I think is the reason you want to push someone like stroking or seizing over onto their side, right? Not stroking.
Yeah.
Stroking is a different condition.
Don't do that.
Just shove them to their side. Don't do that. The other one though,
He's-
seizing, you want them to be on their side so they don't drown in
Also,
what
you don't
is
want them to bite
projected.
their own tongue, so you should put something in his teeth, otherwise he'll bite his own tongue off.
That's an advice from Grace. I don't think I'm giving that to you from
That's
your
fair.
role, but it's a good piece of
Fair.
advice for those listening.
Hey, listeners out there, if someone's seizing next to you, put
Roll 'em.
something in their teeth so they don't bite off their tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Not your fingers.
Not your fingers.
Unless
Yeah.
you want that to be gone.
He doesn't look good. Like when you said I thought he was good at the beginning, like no, very opposite. He doesn't look good at all. And yeah. You feel a little strange.
Well-
You feel a little like a headache coming on as you flip him to his side and keep him from drowning.
Yeah, I just kind of I take one of my hands and I just kind of press on his back. I just kind of squeeze it all out of him.
A cartoon
It's
fountain
like he's
for
a
a moment.
Capri Sun.
Like yeah, yeah.
That is exactly the notion. Yes, my understanding of this via Dill is that he's full and he needs to be emptied. And so we're going to turn him over so he doesn't choke on all of it, and we're going to empty him out as best we can.
D-Ham, you are looking around the room. You don't really see anywhere that, like, this isn't. This actually might, based on what we've seen in the clinic in the wards A, and I think we even went into ward B and saw that it was a mirrored copy. Or no, I don't think we've been into ward B, but we went into ward A, went into ward C, and saw that it was a mirrored copy of A. I think I may have said we can assume the same about B, but based on A, like A had a little like almost security guard's office in the back, like big glass room where you could see computers and a place that someone could overwatch the ward itself. This in Ward C has been removed for this stage, this like crudely built, almost like a high school auditorium stage kind of wood. You know what I mean? This like more plywood style build, style, I guess. Those stages never felt great to me. Or that like lacquered, and then that nasty lacquered wood. Anyway. The all that's really up on stage is this chair that Branch was in. But you, let's see, up at that stage, you, oh no, I don't think that there's anything to get. I don't think that there's anything to get on a 5.
Yeah, I mean, I
It's
I
the
rolled
same.
nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, this room is there doesn't seem to be much more of a place to hide in this room.
I think
And
Dham is going to turn back to Dill and say, Dill, there is no trophy in this room. We will have to check another room. Would you like to tie up this gentleman first? Press 1 to tie up this gentleman. Press 2 to boogaloo on out of here. Press 3 for surprise.
Dill presses 1. I myself am curious what you have to tie up this gentleman with.
still, you go to press 1, and as you're looking at DHAM, I don't know, is this a physical button pad? I know we've talked about this, but like just to actually set, do you say?
Yeah,
I always
I think
imagine
there's
it's
a-
like a rotary phone.
I think there's a keypad. There's a keypad
Okay.
on my chest.
I like that. Okay. Dill pushes over a finger to press 1. As you look at DHAM though, your vision starts to kind of spin, Dill.
Hmm.
And the floor and the like your horizontal and your vertical like switch for a second and then switch back, and they
I I I spaz out and like appendages sprout out of me trying to compensate really quick.
You've selected 9 and 7. These are not acceptable responses.
DHAM, you see this in front of you occur. Dill, your appendages shoot out in all directions just to give yourself this like safety bubble for a moment. And in that, you lose sight of DHAM in the way that your arms are growing out, your fingers shoot off to the side, kind of like branching trees to give yourself a little bubble. For a brief moment, even, and when you're able to see between those branches, again, you're scoping out as to what's around you. You see a laying down but pushing themselves up, like going to a standing pose branch, and you see a standing branch over to your right. You see one branch to your left and one branch to your right, both big bulky boys. And now
And
there
one
are 2
branch
branches in
says,
the room with you.
please select an acceptable response.
I don't think that you hear that though. You hear the telltale roar of branch.
Oh no. I don't know what Dill would do. He still doesn't have anything to tie them up with.
Now there's 2 of them.
Are they on the same sides where the other 2 were?
Physically, they could not have switched. So no. Yeah, so yes. Yeah. They're in their positions where they would have been.
One of the branches reaches into his stomach and pulls out a rope.
That looks grotesque. One of the branches reaches into his stomach and starts pulling out what looks like a small intestine.
And then he offers it to you.
Dill recoils, but yeah, no, Dill and I are totally perplexed. He runs over we're gonna try and seize the branch on the ground by force. We want to use him as a shield against this new fresh horror, since he seems to be the weakest one here.
I love it. Okay. There's a what is your grab? There's a grab.
Is it
Seize
plus
by
hard?
force. Roll plus hard.
Yes.
When you want to seize something, yeah, by force or secure your hold on
That is a
something.
9.
7 to 9. Choose 2. You take definite hold of it.
Choose
You
2.
suffer little harm. You inflict terrible harm. You impress, dismay, or frighten. Or, let's see. There's variations on it. If any of those variations apply, please feel free as well. I know that they're a little specific. I don't really think so.
If he counts as something that I already have, maybe, but I don't know. I think we're gonna go with taking definite hold and impressing, dismaying, and frightening.
You know, that's what I thought you would say.
I mean that's the classic deal.
and what I'm thinking now is, am I afraid?
How do you
Are you dismayed or
go
frightened?
about
Are
impressing,
you
dismay,
impressed?
or frightening the standing
I
branch?
think
that
I
you're
would
not
be
taking?
I think I would be impressed. So that branch is going to start clapping and yelling.
You don't even know what I'm gonna do yet.
Yeah, but that's my response. I'm preloading it.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I
guess
don't think I would be afraid. I might be confused.
if I'm trying to impress, dismay, and frighten, I think the idea is to inflate myself really big. We're gonna try and make ourselves even bigger than this guy. We're gonna just puff ourselves up just as big as we go, not muscles, even just filling ourselves with air. Just make ourselves huge. And we're gonna beat our chests and we're gonna make a bugling sound. And we're gonna try
That's
and,
the sound.
dismay and frighten him.
Yeah, I'm jumping up and down and clapping.
Yeah, we're gonna transfer over on this scene as
Hold on, wait. I have one more thing to say.
Yeah.
And then that jumping and clapping branch, his stomach opens and another smaller flying branch comes
head
out.
comes out.
And
Yeah.
he's also clapping and jumping up and down.
Yeah, give me,
It's
before
like in
we
an
do
alien movie if
transfer
the
over,
aliens had chest bursters.
Right.
give me a withstand roll for Dill. All this like mental chaos
Withstand.
around you to see if this is like affecting you worse and worse, I guess.
Do you want me to make a roll?
11.
11.
That's a good roll.
You're gonna withstand. Do you want to make a roll in this moment? It sounds like you're just cheering him on. Is there a roll
I just kind of want to help him out.
You wanna
Seems like
help
he's
him
having a
out.
weird time.
He is having a weird time.
I was hoping encouragement
Why
would
aren't
maybe
you
help.
having a weird time?
I'm a robot.
Hmm.
I mean, I am having a weird time. I'm watching this happen whenever we're trying to
This
win
is
the
a
game.
wild
This
time
isn't
for
helping us win the game.
all involved.
That's
But it
true.
is cool. It is impressive. I do like it.
How well do I fit in the room now?
It's a
Am I
big
pushed
room.
up against the ceiling?
There's a
All right,
two-story.
I'm
You got a
big.
2-story rise, or there's at least a balcony above you. You're the back of your bulk might be pressing up against the height of that. But there's a little bit more to our ceiling.
Yeah, I'm pinned
Large,
between the
though.
wall and Dill, and I'm jumping and clapping.
And imagine your arms are almost like seat belted around other branch, who in this exchange does throw enough very hefty, heavy elbows back into you to cause a damage, because there's an exchange harm to seize by force. But it's just with the flurry of bows back into you, kicks and whatnot as you pull that branch off the ground. The other one branch and branch head just applauding you. uproariously. It's not making you go wilder. If anything, I think
It's really
that
not the. I mean, I guess it's impressed, but it's not like. Not really what I was looking for. But it doesn't seem like a threat anymore. That's for
yeah,
sure.
that's for sure. I think that it's jarring, but that I mean, with everything you've been through, I don't think it's hard at this point to maybe put context clues together that you're seeing things, but that they may be your allies that were in the room with you. We'll see when we circle back, but for now, we circle into the maze. Things have just quieted down. We have Spigot, Petal Pollen, and the Pack Beast all sort of staring into the freshly opened crypt. Trophy floating above the pedestal.
Yeah, we got to snag that trophy because we need the key.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna roll to look for traps or look for.
Yeah, a
don't
little
know.
examine closely.
Well, yeah, that's a good roll.
Okay, examine closely is what? What is that fall under? Scrolling. Is that what is that under? Sharp?
Examine
Examine
closely,
closely.
roll plus sharp, yes.
Okay, so that'll be +2, which is an 8.
An 8, 7 to 9, choose one. You notice something hidden, you understand exactly what's here, you complete the scan in a snap, or you find something shiny. And I'll choose one.
Oh, you choose it or I choose it?
I choose one from a different list, you choose one from that list.
Oh, I understand. I want to notice something hidden. I'm looking for hidden traps. I'm looking for any kind of something that'll like if we like a Indiana Jones situation.
You do a quick scan of the the plinth leading up into it. You do a quick scan of the freshly opened doorway. There doesn't really seem to be anything out of place that you could trip or set off, because I think that makes sense to you. Not necessarily because, but I think that makes sense to you just because you in being victorious in the game, right? This is just the reward. This is the success. So generally that hasn't been trapped even in these games. That tracks to you as you scan that, but I don't think that stops Petal from scanning, because this guy has been I don't know, if I guess
He's
sadistic.
a cheater.
Yeah, he's a cheater. Yeah, right. He just wants to see pain. So you do scope out the whole crypt. And what you notice is two things. And I'll give just like in full, you notice them because of all of your stuff leading up to now. One is that looking in the front, the room that the crypt opens up into is actually a bit smaller than the whole section that it's built up. Like we're in this maze, but in the center there's this crypt built with the front door, right? And the room you can see into feels smaller than how much space should be in here. And as you're scoping out around it, you find that in the back of it there's a missing brick.
Mm,
Ooh.
excellent.
I'll point out the brick. Do you think we should? I don't really want to put my hand in there.
Colin
Dark
just sort
crevice.
of shrugs, I guess. The place is broken down and decrepit all over.
Now, stepping back for a moment, did Petal share with anybody else that she had hidden something? within the maze, or was that all her internal dialogue and we were just hearing it last session?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
Just based on what occurred, she kept it
I
quiet
think-
as she has so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I maybe mentioned hiding something, but maybe I didn't. Because I remember talking about knowing the way without being able to explain it.
Mm.
Yeah, we did talk. We talked about how, like, at this point with all of your like roles and the way you guys have chosen to examine things, that you know your way around the maze for sure. For you, Petal, this would be like that deja vu moment where you're like, I literally just saw this, right?
Okay, so then I am pulling out the brick. I am like, if the I remember when that bastard was making me and Branch build this place, there was opportunities to squirrel away things. I don't remember really what's behind here, but I think there's something. Uh, so I'm trying to pull back in the hole, pull back the other bricks to see if I can access what's back there.
Yeah, it doesn't take. It takes a little bit of physical exertion, but not even too much to start pulling the bricks out of the walls and create enough of a hole that the whatever light is in here, and with Pollen has a small lantern that she can turn back on now that the game is over. You can see into a little room section off of the back of this crypt, about a third of the space in total, and inside is another pedestal. This one less of like a carved stone pedestal and more just like stacked building blocks of this tunnel, a couple of them stacked up, and on top of it is just a little stand, and what looks just like a data card. Like, it has like a USB stick virtually. There's a little plug in on the end of it, pointing, I guess, up, and it's just like a little USB stick that you feel a connection to. Feel is important in some way or another, though you don't know what it is connecting to. But you know you hit it here.
Well, I won't lie, I thought it might be bigger. But we got this. And I kind of hold the stick up.
Dun, 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 dun. I thought it might be bigger is a great line for it.
I look over at Paul and this ringing any bells?
She sort of
It's
shrugs. She says, "You did most of the work on the machine. I didn't really get to take part in it. It was never part of the plan, but you know, we did work in different forays for the simple purpose of, like, if we got captured, none of us would know all of the info that we had been working on. So there were things you did that we just didn't share on purpose. So I don't know on this one. This is a
It's,
weapon you stashed, I believe you said that was most of your stuff you wouldn't tell us, is where you would stash in all of the weapons so that when the time came you could supply us, but fortunately.
well, fuck. Can I roll to feel?
Open your
I
brain.
don't know. You said feel it. You said feeling was important.
Always important.
Okay, let me.
Yeah,
Let me open my
give me an open
brain.
your brain roll. Feeling's always important.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, okay. +2 is a dirty 10.
This is a weapon. This goes to a weapon. Without this, you wouldn't be able to use the weapon. You know that. This is like basically a key almost. The on key, but you let's see. Oh, it's a big one. It's a big weapon. It's a big weapon. You feel secure in that. I mean, with an 11, I feel like I want to give you enough of it.
What's the name of the weapon? Is it on the key card?
Ooh,
That would be
that's
so nice.
good. That's good. The name of the weapon. Oh, I didn't really think about
Be
that.
very
John Big
organized for me.
Gun.
John
Kick-ass
Big Gun.
Thunder Cruncher 3000.
Big old gun, TM.
I
The
just
Shark
like
Tank Surprise Plus.
Shark Tank Surprise Plus. That doesn't feel like she
My
rolled an
sh-
11 though. on the basically you at the thumbstick, there's a little piece of tape that like on Sharpie you wrote Wizard Killer.
Ooh.
Oh, well, I got my wizard killer now. I don't know where it lives, but I
Hit
put
him
it in
with
my
that key
pocket.
card.
I'll say that
Maybe I could
you know you hit
Maybe
it
I'll stab him with it.
in that like in between liminal space. Like it's not hidden in
Key
any of
card
these
crossed the
games.
throat means
You wanted
death.
to be able to like access it in the in between spaces so that you could like come out of hiding with your big weapon. Yes.
Well, I got the key. That's, step one. Key. Okay.
I
Well,
would like to make sure we have the trophy, which has the other key that we need. So just want to be sure we grab that too before
yeah,
it disappears.
well,
Yeah,
Petal is just
it's not
holding
trapped.
it and closing her eyes, trying to remember what it means.
Rubbing her forehead.
Trying to go to my mind palace.
Spigot goes grabs the trophy.
Indeed. Yes.
Your points, bing, 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 go up. As you grab the trophy and unroot the key from it. I imagine just like tossing the trophy itself to the side because it's kind of
we do
pointless.
not need the trophy. Yeah. That can stay.
And you have this ancient stone key, now 2 of them, and Pollen checks a watch on her arm and says, "Ooh, we've been stuck up in here for longer than I thought. We should probably get going." And starts moving towards one of the halls to head back to where you guys entered into the game from. Successfully having never turned it on in the first place, technically.
I say we follow Pollen, but what's the pack beast doing? Is the pack beast staying or following us?
Ooh, can I pet it?
Yeah, of course you can. You pet the pack beast. I think the pack beast is at Petal's heel.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I got a dog.
Yeah. Yeah. You worked for it. You got it. For sure you got it.
Fuck yeah.
As you all start to walk, the pack beast just sort of looks at Petal and starts following along right behind her, panting a little bit.
Oh. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And the 4 of you
Petal saying that out loud.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. The 4 of you rush through the maze to we'll say the western area. Around some corners things begin to look familiar. You know the layout by this point, and come to a little offshoot where the bricks are all pulled down and there's a little bit of a ladder that leads down and into a almost like a sewer hatch where you have to stick your fingers in the hole and pull up a heavy disc. This one isn't so like maintenance hatch cover, more sewer cover, and you pull it up and Pollen climbs down. You guys as a team help the beast down. We don't need to worry about how we get the beast into the sewer. That's not the fun part. And you're back into these maintenance tunnels. You begin moving quickly. Pollen knowing the way as she has so far. Why don't both of you give me some mm, mm. rolling? So sometimes I just stop myself from making people roll for no reason. Because in this case, it's just like fun descriptive detail. You're running down these halls. Pollen knows the way. We know where we're going. We know what we're doing. This has been the plan all along. You catch fun shadows, like off in the corners of your vision. Not fun shadows, narratively fun shadows. Off in the corners of your vision, like ducking around corners as you're running down these halls. The directions as confusing and mysterious as ever. You know, up this set of stairs, turn around, down the same set of stairs, take a left, take 3 lefts, and then go through this door, back through the door, etc. Just like this over and over again, where you spinning and doubling back on yourself and doing that over and over until you come to another entrance portico. This one, however, is a metal door with 4, we'll say, like iron bars, creating a little bit of a window that you could see out of if it weren't just pitch black beyond that window. And Pollen pulls the door open with a loud metal squeak, and there isn't a lot of space in between this door and the next wall, like enough space to skish yourself into and, like, you know, shimmy along as you try to get down this corridor. Pollen dives right in first, and starts skitching herself along. The two of you begin to follow, and you hear a little bit of a whimper from the pack beast as it can't quite skinch itself through this narrow opening.
You took away my dog.
But as we'll
Oh,
say that
it's
Spigot
okay.
goes in front and Pedal's in the back, like trying to figure out how to get the dog through this moment. Spigot, you and you can hear Pedal like, "I'll get you through, buddy, don't worry," from behind you, and under a bed that you have just squished yourself out of. You find yourself in this like broken down old decrepit room. There's just like a really nasty ratty mattress on top of a metal framed bed. That's basically, that's what the wall that you were like squishing yourself between. And you're able to just help Pollen lift that bed to create a full opening. And as now Pedal and the pup jump through the door, your perspective shift and you guys land on the ground next to Spigot and Pollen. Man, I've always been bad with names. This has not helped. I thought it would, but it hasn't. Find yourselves next to them in this very small room. The 4 of you feel pretty tight, kind of claustrophobic in this room, but it is closed in by another one of these iron barred doors. And yes, before you have a moment to even really ask, like, you know, what is this? Where are we, Pollen? She quickly holds a finger to her lips and like points to her ear and points to the opening in the door at the top of the iron barred door, standing between you and whatever's outside of this small room you guys have found yourselves in. And out there you can hear what she's, you know, pointing out to you to, and that is like the gooshing of flesh. You hear some scuffling. You hear heavy hits being exchanged. What do you do?
But no voices, nothing that we recognize, or so it's just like combat scuffling
In
sounds.
in the first like, you know, 10 seconds of you guys being here,
Okay.
Yes, yeah, it's just the midst of. There's a little bit of combat sounds in there, but some other just like kind of more grotesque horror sounds.
Mm.
The air here is thick and heavy as well.
Is there a way to? Okay, I'm a little confused. So is there's a window in the door? Is that what it is? A door that we can look through?
Mhm.
Am I tall enough to look through the window, or is Spigot tall enough to see
Yeah.
inside?
Yeah, we can sneak up to it and peek through.
Yeah, that's a
Well,
good call.
I'm not about to go try and help someone that's actually not gonna be worth helping. No offense.
Fair. There is 2 ways out of this cell. This really small room. I'm just gonna call it a cell because it's a small room, and iron barred doors and whatnot. One is back into the maintenance halls, and one is through this door. Generally, only one way out of a cell, I'd say. Spigot peeks the gap. Pollen, nope. Pedal. Who peeks the gap? They said we could.
Am I tall enough?
Yeah.
If I'm tall enough, I'll look. But if I'm not tall enough, then Spigot can.
Yeah.
Look.
Pedal peeks the gap. She creeps over to the door and pokes her head up to get a quick view on the situation. Pedal, you see a long room, decrepit, rundown, detritus everywhere. You see a pretty nasty sight, though I bet moderately comforting. You see a flesh mound atop a giant bulky humanoid figure. They seem to be fighting. You see DDaD and a floating robot like pumping into it, and then you see just like the occurrences that follow. You see like Dill slouch off of this big bulky person that I don't think you need to like even make a roll on. It reminds you of Branch. I'll say. And then you see like Branch
And then you
start
hear
seizing.
DDaD say, "Put Branch down."
Yep. Put him
Oh, it's the
down.
boys. It's the boys. Banana.
Banana doesn't seem to hear this first call as he shoots out all sorts of limbs and then starts sort of panicking. He grabs Branch as Branch stops seizing and starts to stand up, and now there's some sort of a standoff between DDaD and Dill occurring.
Roll plus history with Pedal, which is a -1.
Oh no.
Banana indeed.
There's gotta be some. I've always called him Banana.
That's
I don't know his real name. Oh man.
Oh
No.
3 more
As you're
branches roll up.
As you're holding Branch seatbelt styles, you hear banana, and you look over and you see another Branch behind the bars of this cell trying to like
Oh,
break
fuck.
itself out.
Oh,
And now I'm gonna
man.
say we're all in the scene because now we're all caught up. So, I guess it feels like I don't know whose turn it is. Pollen's freaking out. This is just what's happening. Whoever wants to pull an action can. Got Dill and DDaD facing off perfect.
DDaD is gonna lean over, maintaining eye contact. Well, my nose camera eyeball contact into Dill's big old stretched out eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, he leans over to Murderbot and he says, "Could you go let them in? Their reservation is starting soon."
Of course, Father. And Murderbot starts to float over to the door. A robot you guys don't know with 2 guns out as its limbs starts to float over to you two.
Oh, tits. Fuck.
Saying your reservation has arrived. and it's starting to go for the door.
With like
Pedal is
gun
Pedal
hands
is
out.
scrambling.
It
Pedal is
only has
scrambling
gun
away from the
hands.
door.
It has. I think it may have some other engagement hands.
It's
but
sort
it's
of
in
like
combat now. Yeah.
it's R2D2. He's just spits out like a probe.
Okay. Because if he was coming at us guns drawn, we might have to return fire.
He's
but-
he's waving with his guns.
He definitely has
that-
his guns
yeah.
drawn as he approaches the door, because he is in
He's
this
only got one
combat.
mode, and that is akimbo.
Guns
As
akimbo.
we've
that's
established
true.
ad
I
nauseum.
guess
Yeah,
you pulled him
yeah.
back
Over
out,
and
so
over.
he may not have his guns drawn. He is just coming to the door because he did pull them in. You pulled him in, and then you pulled him back out. So
I imagine he sort of looks like a light bulb without his guns out. And then if he does, he looks like a light bulb with gun hands.
I kind of imagine like a frisbee with like limbs.
I kind
I
of
was
have
with
been
guns.
imagining like
Robots.
more of like UFO dome, but like frisbee-ish.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
yep. Yep. With gun
Do
limbs.
the
That
guns
little
come
guy
out of the
from
bottom
Robots.
Yes.
of the
Bottom.
frisbee?
Bottom.
Okay.
Yep. And they're
Okay.
90-degree angles.
An armed
I
frisbee.
think that's like an elbow. It can.
Yep, 100%.
Absolutely
But
move around.
commonly 90-degree angles.
Yes, it'll hang out in 90-degree. It approaches the door to attempt to open it. I would like, let's see. Well, is there anything that you guys reply or respond with as this robot approaches the door to open it?
I'm
Oh, yeah, I'll be
imagining
doing
I'm
some
the
kind of
only
test.
one who can see through the window
Yeah.
that there's a robot approaching with the guns. So I back away from the window and I'm like, brace yourself, maybe? I can't tell if we're about to get it's about to get fucked up or not, but a robot with guns is gonna try and open this thing. But I think he's cool with our robot friend.
That
but-
is a fair
I
sight
knew-
to have made, yeah.
but I'm not
My
sure.
new instinct.
That's it. I'm done.
So you think he's friendly, but you're not sure. So
Yeah, so I'm telling everyone's like be ready to rumble,
Yeah.
but they could be friendly, but it could be don't like beware of friendly fire, but we might need to fuck up
Okay.
a robot.
well, Spicket's got his pistol out just in case.
My
Colin
new
has her
instinct is to
t-shirt cannon.
flee.
Your instinct is to flee?
Yeah, there's now officially too many branches. Even if one of them might be DHAM, there's too many branches here. So we're thinking of using this one as a shield, and we're gonna sort of make ourselves smaller while we hide behind it. As we look for our moment to escape.
And I have a response because we've been doing this standoff here.
Give it. And I'll do the
I'm
full
gonna lasso
explanation.
you with the rope whenever you go small. You go small and I lasso you together.
Me and Branch.
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
Oh,
Oh,
You did press 1 to tie him up.
I did, didn't
Uh-huh. Yes, this is what you wanted.
I?
We're just
guess.
working towards that goal this whole time. This was
That's
the
you're
what
plan.
I'm
welcome.
doing. I'm just gonna quietly take my experience and level up.
Those of you in
I
the
also
cell,
leveled up.
You also level up.
Nice.
Nice.
Yay!
Those of you in the cell, you hear a click of a lock and some like metal pieces in what lock remained, and then the lock clicks, I guess. Then you hear the creaking of the door open, and the little robot, little guns. They're probably pointed a little bit more at the ground at the moment. Says, "It is time for your reservation. Please proceed to the host." And then it moves back and points towards DHAM.
Okay. Well, yeah.
I do need, as that door opens, though, I need you two to give me a withstand roll.
A withstand. Okay.
What is that?
Roll
Yeah.
plus
Is that-
hard.
Roll plus hard. Okay.
Oh, I'm okay with that. Oh, that's a 12.
Dang.
I brought the Bob's Burgers book out again to roll on it because it was so good
Good
last
luck
week.
for you. Yeah.
I need to find a book like that because mine was an 8, but I'm -1, so that's a 7.
Ooh, kept it in. Let's see. Suffer harm based on the triggering effect or forced into a worse position chosen by the GM. I'll just go with some harm. You feel it right in your lungs as this door opens and a rush of this air comes into the just really still air cell. It's heavy air. It tastes bad. It immediately you like feel a damage worth of pain right in your lungs, enough to cough up a little bit of blood. Petal, you immediately you taste that air and you feel a little bit of the pain, but then you see Spigot cough up blood, and you immediately pull your like the bottom of your or the top of your jumpsuit up over your mouth just to give some form of filter.
Norman, you were no help at all.
Wasn't right through Norman on this one. It doesn't oh. Forgot about Norman. That's its whole
Should we
point.
get a +1 to Norman? Yeah. No.
I mean, even with a +1, yeah, I think it just has
That's
gone
so bad,
right
I
through
guess.
Norman. It's so
Yeah.
thick in the air that you can probably even
But
see
my
a little bit of a
jumpsuit.
haze. I don't know, man. You are holding your breath
got
in
the
a
good
way because you
stuff.
saw him cough, right? It's made of the good stuff. Spigot, your vision starts to go just a bit blurry, but nothing else occurs for now, and
Okay.
Murderbot is pointing towards DHam. Motioning. DHam.
What about Pollen? Is she okay?
Pollen
the pack
actually
beast?
is in the same boat as Spigot. She coughs up a bit too. I think she probably pulls out a makeshift like gas mask. It doesn't seem to be working all that well. She keeps having to like tap it on the side, and you hear just a little fan kind of like whirring in there, but it doesn't seem to be working as well. You can hear her coughing lightly behind it. As we start to step out of the cell. DHam, give me. This feels like a seize
I'm
by
ready.
force,
I
probably.
think so.
Yeah. And
And I spent my barter for this robe, just so we're all hunky dory.
oh, for like a row. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like have a robe.
I thought you spent it on sparklers.
I had one barter left after I spent it on
Okay.
sparklers.
Okay. Cool.
This is my final barter, and I'm spending it on a robe.
Only.
It feels like a good moment.
That's so funny
That is
because
gonna
rope is always like with
be-
a standard character.
Well, not in this
If we ever
game.
get back to the
Indeed, that's true.
Dicklemobile, everyone can take +1 barter. I don't need my stuff.
So, with my new +2 to hard, because I got a +1 because I leveled up,
Oh, nice.
I have rolled an 11.
How do you
One
reflect
with a
your
one.
+1 hard?
Great question.
It's a mentality based. I'm more prepared to take a life now.
And you're the first person he's using it on.
I don't want to, but I'm prepared to.
Give me you
I'm so
choose
tempted to take an escape move as my
3. You do get a response here because we are both PCs, so both of you are sort of acting at the same time. Since we've already had him roll, I'm gonna give you, I guess. I don't know. It's probably in the air as you're going to respond. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we do like a contested roll where you have to try to beat an 11. It's a really high number, but that's just what he rolled. Or
Okay.
you can.
The dice tell the story, and the dice say rodeo.
You could interfere, which is help or interfere with someone who's making a roll plus HX, so history with DHam. On a hit, you can make them take -2 now, which would bump him down to a mixed success if that's something there. You were preparing to run, and he said he wanted to rope you. So I think that could make sense that you could, like, finagle pieces out of this. I'm not sure how you want to take a reaction to this occurring before I get his what 3 he chooses.
Bet you didn't expect some PvP for this episode.
I sure didn't. Trying to see if there's any sort of move I can take where I can swap in my weird
Oh, check the Macaloso. I feel like they might have some weird uses.
That's my tabletop gaming secret. I'm always ready for PvP.
I plan my characters around it.
It doesn't come up very
What is-
often, but when it comes up, I'm gonna
What-
one round
what
you.
is- What's PPE?
Player versus player.
Oh, I thought you guys were saying PPE the whole
Yeah,
time. I was like,
yeah.
what is PPE?
Personal protection equipment.
Yeah.
I need it. I need it when I fight Dill.
I was so confused. I'm like,
You know what?
Going on?
There's that Juggernaut one that Grace was gonna take. I don't know. Did you? I don't think you ended up
I
taking.
did take it.
You did take it. It's
Oh,
a great one.
I did. Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm gonna pick a move later. I think my response is probably a measure. I think I'm just gonna make I'm gonna contest him with my hard skill. I'm gonna try and use branch as a shield. Maybe get him roped, hold him up.
I like that.
And then we'll see how good of a roll I make to see what else maybe I can do. That's a 9, so I think that's about all I can do.
That's a 9. All right, Lawrence. Which 3 do you choose for your seize by force?
I would like to take definite hold of it, or them in this case.
Yes.
Do you want to count that as 2? Take definite hold of them, one and the other.
No, because he
Okay,
he got a response to here.
Then I'll suffer little harm, and I'll inflict. No, I'm just kidding. And I will
And I'll kill him.
And
impress impress Dill.
You guys just impressed each other. Actually, Branch just impressed you, Dill. He pulls out his small intestine and he loops it and throws it at you.
Large intestine. Come on.
And sure, whichever intestine you want.
I spent a barter for this intestine.
He pulls out his barter intestine and he throws it at you. It loops into a loop. And I think you jump back and throw Branch out to be caught by this loop. You definitely take definite hold of it. You take definite hold of Branch. You loop him with your rope, D-Ham. Branch panics and like pulls you off your feet. You take a damage just like ramming into the wall. But you get back up and immediately to pull the rope taut, having not expected him to just like yank you. And you impress. What, Dill? That was a good shot. He pulled out his intestine and perfect shot at it. I don't know. It's just
Yeah, I was
cool
impressed
thing.
from the moment he pulled out his intestine. I was dismayed and frightened. And then perhaps impressed when he threw that intestine in a perfect rodeo loop around the man that I threw at him, and just took him. But now I have a moment to escape, to run to the ceiling and cling there like a bat.
Yeah.
To
You've got 6 branches in this room with you now.
there's so many
Branch
branches
heads,
in
there's
this room.
crawling branch.
There's
A lot of
flying
branches.
branch.
Wait, I have guns.
Oh dear.
Is there any kind of history that Spigot can roll with him to try and get him to? Because they have history, right?
Well,
Anyone
Spigot's
can.
currently hacking up a lung.
Oh man.
Yeah, as you pull it, a little back together and Dill's bounding backwards to try to find a little bit of security, you guys are taking this whole scene in, and that is that D-Ham has you would recognize him as
Definite
Branch
hold.
Pedal.
You would
Definite
recognize
hold.
it as definite hold.
You would recognize it as definite hold. But you would recognize the swollen man in indefinite hold of DM to be Branch like it reads Branch and Pollen gasps and you hear her say, "No, Branch,"
I agree. Oh no, Branch.
Oh shit, what can I even do in this scenario as the only person not
Help.
affected by thanks. All I have is I have no barter and I have my glove of hate.
I'm starting to hate Branch.
Is there can I try rolling or just do something to try and get Dill back? Is there anything I can do to try and break I don't know.
You could try to open your brain. You could try to open your brain if you want to connect with him. We know that that's not necessarily the best idea.
Yeah.
But
no.
doesn't mean that you don't have that opportunity. I guess you could try to knock him out. You could try to go aggro and just like pin him down and like shake some sense into him. Not necessarily a great plan as from what we've seen either.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
a perfect
Well-
rodeo loop and couldn't get him.
Okay, so if
I'm
I wanna
slippery little guy.
Uh-huh.
I have a +1 to Dill now. So if I roll to try and awake him, do I get a +1 or is it he takes a -1 from what I roll? I was trying to understand the history
Because
thing.
we don't
When
because
you
we're
roll, you take that thing. When I have a separate history score, I have a -1 history with you. So when I roll history with you, I take a -1.
Mm-hmm. But you
So,
roll
I just wanna-
+1. If
I
you
want to
do it,
understand before I decide to make a roll. So if I am rolling history, does he have a response to roll in response to my roll?
it's you're in this
I've never done
case
this
we're
before.
not no doubt. In this case, unfortunately, we're not rolling history. There has been a few cases where I've
Okay.
pulled it out, but I think this is a little bit more of an open your brain roll because of the helper interfere is what really pulls history, and then we did it again, but for a different. I don't remember what we used it for last episode. That was like a really cool niche use. But for helper interfere, they have to be making a roll. So in this case, unless you're trying to interfere with him, he's not really making a roll. So I think it's going to be open your brain you're trying to, you got to figure out like what's going on with him first. Because right now he's just panicking and running away from you guys.
Well, that's what I could think of to do, and I have a +2 to those kinds of rolls. So I'm gonna try to see if I can first reason with the banana, and if that doesn't work, I guess I'll get out the glove of hate.
Good luck.
Yeah. So, okay. Real quick, if you
The
want
banana
to
sees you all as Schwarzeneggers.
like reason with him, excuse me, if you want to like reason with him and like try to talk him down from being scared of you guys, you can go for a seduce or manipulate. It goes for more than just seducing / manipulating. It's bluffing, fast talking, lying to them, etc. Like that kind of roll, right? If you want to
So I'm
roll
not
to
opening my brain.
if you want to roll to like pierce into the psychic part of this and figure out what's wrong and try to connect to him there, you can open your brain.
Okay.
Just like narrative options for how you're doing what you're doing, right? Is Petal calling out to her ally, or is she just like trying to parse the psychic maelstrom, like the magic of it all, to like pull him out of his fear, you know?
Got it. Well, I'm gonna stick with weird because I have a +2.
Yeah.
And that's an 8.
And that's an 8. Oh. Oh. You understand that I think a lot of Dill's responses are kind of like more instinctual or like
Lizard brain.
yeah, I guess that's a great like stepping stone to what I am about to, or more like am getting getting to, is that he like is much more like a wild animal right now, right? Like that lizard brain having turned into the sort of just I don't know, like survival instinct, right? It's just like all that's kicked on right now. I feel like with Dill and opening your brain to him, we did something with this, right? What did we do when you were like doing something with Twiggy and him healing you? He had to open his brain to you to heal you, right? And he got like a glimpse of the other one. I think the same probably happens here in that you catch a glimpse, Petal, of like a taller, more the Dill that when he's like composed himself and he has, he speaks more eloquently. You see like this taller, more in control of himself Dill almost trapped behind the face of the Dill that you see in front of you. Unable to break that barrier in his current state. Something is just super up with Dill. But you're feeling a little bit of a connection. You might be able to draw on this as it goes, but it will take
Because I feel like
some good shit.
if he's in survival mode, I had success with the pack beast, and that's also
It's very
a
true.
wild animal, sort of.
It's very true.
So
Pack beast is like growling
maybe
at
I'll be
Dill.
able to. Maybe I'll be able to.
Dill,
Anyone else? Yeah, anyone else any moves? I'm trying to figure
what do you
out.
do? Gonna get away from
I
these
pull out my
6 to
gun.
7 branches.
Any other exits to this space we're in?
Exits, you can exit back into like the hallway that leads to the different wards. And there is a very large vent on the front of this, lacquered wood stage.
I do like a vent.
Time to separate the party again.
We just got back together.
I'm gonna give myself one shot. There are too many branches here. Dill goes over to rip the covering off of this vent, but he's gonna give one last look at all these branches. He's got his -1 to sharp. But we're gonna give this one more shot before he hides an event.
Like Bigfoot taking one last look over his shoulder in that shaky footage.
Iconic.
It's awesome.
That's an 8.
Goodbye,
Bigfoot. I think that
Oh,
there's something about the branch that pulled out his intestine that like in the
he
spacing
just got
of it
that
all.
factor, man.
Yeah, that one you haven't really like lost in them because now he just has his intestine out. But in their placing, like that should have been that was like D-ham before your vision started going kooky. Where all these other branches come from, I don't think you know. But what I will give you, I imagine this is just like a generalized sharp roll on this like situation, right? I imagine.
Mhm.
Is as you get closer to the vent, you hear a hissing sound coming from it.
Any chance I could turn this into a read a situation roll?
Sure, I'll give you one question from
Suddenly,
read a
this seems like a situation.
Suddenly, it's become one. I'll give you one question.
What should I be on the lookout for?
Yeah, I mean, as you get closer to the vent, the air is heavier, it's thicker, it's harder to breathe. Your lungs do hurt. Though I imagine not as much as the others who don't like regularly subject themselves to bad substances. You feel dizzy, your eyes are kind of shaky. I think you know that the air coming out of this vent is poisonous, is poisoning you, which is good until you're overdone, which you feel. I think that Dill probably feels like closer to like drunk right now, like, you know, in
Oh, hi.
excess of this
Hmm.
poison, right?
Okay. Well, then Dill goes over, he does his little Bigfoot look, and then he goes over to the
Everyone's
vent,
eyes all
and
blurry, so it does look exactly like that video.
he pauses because he was before he was sober, before he went over to, and he goes over to the vent and he stands in front of it for a second, and then he's like, oh, and then he's toddling like a penguin. He toddles back over to Dham, and he has a look at Dham, and he offers Dham a fist bump.
DDaD gladly accepts the fist bump, but also is confused.
Dill nods as if this confirms something for him, and he toddles back over to the vent, and I imagine that this is going to be a cool roll, act under pressure. He's gonna
Depends.
try and like ooze himself into all of the slats of the vent to try and stop it up, and he's just leaning against it, and trying to ooze into it. And
Yeah.
he's like, vent bad.
There has to be a better way to block. There has to be a better way to block this fan.
That's
Couldn't be.
absolutely true. There probably is.
Couldn't be.
DDaD says,
yeah.
well, if that's not the darndest thing.
Roll.
Max roll.
Ooh.
Do I
Who's
have? Am I
Max?
cool at all? Ooh, that's a 14.
Max,
Wow.
cool
Wow.
and relaxing. That's
Visually
crazy.
upsetting.
I just ooze right in there.
You know, you do it so well that you're able to use just the like core of your body and you leave your
My
head
top
like
half flops
out.
over backwards and maintains eye contact with the rest of the party throughout
Oh,
the
God.
process.
Artists, please do not try and create this image for my sanity. Thanks.
Artists, if you create this image, I may or may not get it tattooed on my body.
No.
All you see is the back of Dill, but he's leaning over, and what you can see of the back of Dill has the vent slats where he's pressed himself up into it. Ew. Foul. The others.
This must be very confusing for me and DHam, who absolutely have no poison in our bodies whatsoever. Just watching him walk over and just melt into the vent.
I don't even know what poison is.
The
Too
air.
many dills.
Too many dills.
There's just one.
It's just one dill. Yeah, but he's drunk.
He's got so many branches.
Dham, give me a I guess it's withstand. It's not as intense as the withstand makes it out to be, but you feel a tight pull, like branches trying to just rip you off of your feet, tugging backwards now.
Withstand is which stat?
Hard.
It's gonna be an 8.
An 8. You interesting, or forced into a worse position. You're pulled off of your feet, but you do that you scooch around on the ground as he starts to like turn around and try to like just toddle off and like run off. You scooch around and like put your hands out in front of you and your feet like planted into the ground with your your legs bent, where you're now like in a sitting pose trying to hold this rope back, and you're moderately successful at it. Every now and then you give like a little bit of space, or he like tugs and yanks you a bit. The other two, or anyone actually, because that wasn't really like an action from DHam. If anyone, what do you three do?
I'm kind of speechless at the activity that's going on in front of us right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot happening with Dill melting into the vent and DHam lassoing some hulked out dude that I don't recognize. I'm actually going to back up into that cell room to see if I can catch my breath in there versus in this room we've just come into.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It does, as you get back into the cell and like maybe even dip your head into the like open hole of the maintenance hatch we've left open for a little bit of fresh air, and it does immediately feel better with the door like you like, maybe not close it all the way, but crack it just a bit just to give yourself a moment to like pull your lungs back up. The fresh air or fresher, not poisonous air coming from the maintenance tunnels immediately does feel a lot better. I think maybe though it's not like an above vantage point, but it's like, the outside of the room style vantage point. You see that now that the vent is blocked up, the air is very still in here, but the gases look like they're rising. So you get the sense that, with enough time, they should rise upwards. Don't know how much ventilation is up there, but the ground would be safer, right? Over time.
Okay. Duly noted.
As Spigot runs to the air to catch it, or the cell to catch his breath, I think Pollen joins him because she's still been coughing up a little bit of blood too and wants to stop that.
Yeah.
Pedal DHam.
Well,
do I need to continue doing this, or can we let him go? Press 1 for me to continue doing this. Press 2 to let Branch go. Press 3 to have a party. Press 4 to
can I?
have a
I'm gonna
sad
roll
party.
to read a person to see if Branch is savable or if we just need to put him down as a mercy.
Okay.
To see if there's a chance to like, is that something that I can do to roll to see if that's.
Yeah, read a person, or I don't think open your brain. I think I'm off and on about taking open your brain as a because it just says like you're trying to figure out something, but with like Dill, it's connected. We've connected to him, so like I think you could do that to try to connect to Branch in the same way, like through the psychic maelstrom of it all, if you also wanted to. But reading a person is an awesome choice as well.
Okay, well, because I'm looking at the questions to read a person. I'm trying to see if there's one that can. I guess I could say, how could I get Branch to not
Not
be
do this.
braided branch, but I don't know if that's.
How do I
feel
get
like that's.
branch to be better?
I guess maybe open your. I'm not sure what. I don't know if that's a question that would be fair to you to ask. Like, tell me exactly how I can get him back, if it's possible.
Well, yeah, with open your brain, there's not really a question. I would take it like I
Yeah,
tried to take your, you got a little bit of a connection to Dill on a mid roll, enough to know that like, I don't know, parts of Dill are trapped away, and you just have this like what remains of, I don't know, animalism, raw animalism left. You could probably connect to Branch in the same way, just because we've used it that way. And the
okay.
read
Well, I
person
rolled a
questions are a
9.
lot more like a force. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't really go. I think for like this more monster situation.
Yeah, so I rolled a 9. So I guess if we're not gonna do the read a person, I guess I'll do open my brain to see if there's any branch left in there, or if it's all goo and roids.
I think that I think that you are able to sense a bit of branch in there. I think it's almost exactly like the way that Dill's is, right? Where you can sense like a part of branch kind of trapped away in that brain that is just like I don't know, like under in a bubble of this like poison and liquid that it can't quite escape. It is killing him currently. Yes.
Not really sure what to do with that.
Yeah.
Do you tell me that, or do you keep that to yourself?
Oh yeah, no. I let I think it's whatever this is killing him, but he might still be in there, but
Do you think if we
it's
kill the wizard that this will stop the machine? The machine will stop the branch?
it maybe, I don't know for sure, but that's the only solution I have besides putting him down right now, which I don't really want to do.
Does Branch still appear like he's trying to leave?
He's currently just trying to break out of this rope. You have done it so well, and I don't know that enough time has passed that he has that we. It's just.
Is there any convenient exits for us that are not branch shaped? Like maybe we go through the jail cell.
The vent into the
vent.
maintenance hallways. The vent that's now kind of stopped up by Dill stuff, but that would not necessarily be branch shaped. The maintenance hallways would be very tight for how big Branch is, but he could get through. But more of a squeeze there. Yeah.
The
DM
vent
says,
is bigger than the maintenance hallways.
Should we run?
No, I'm saying that is not branch sized, he said, right? Yeah. The vent would be really hard for him to squitch through. I don't know why I'm using that word. It's not
Also,
a word.
the vent's full of poison.
It is.
And me.
And Dill, yeah.
Yeah. We could knock him out, and we don't want to leave him in here because once Dill moves, then this room is going to be full of that toxin again.
I'll hold the rope while you knock him out.
He's roaring and
Such a chivalrous robot.
I hold the rope with one arm. I've really got it held in, and I throw a knife with the other arm.
Oh!
Okay. Give me a
Bye, Branch.
Bye, Branch. Be a
My deadly accurate knockout knife.
whatever I've done before.
I throw it handle first.
That's great.
You
Do
could've
something
just,
under
at
fire.
that point, use the help.
Which what?
Do something under fire.
Do something under fire. That's a 10.
A 10. You do it in the way that you do throw the knife really well and it conks him in the head. You don't do it as in the way of knock him out with it, but you conk him in the head and he doesn't seem to enjoy that. But it does your
And then
damage,
DM looks
as it
up
were.
at Spigot and says, "It's your turn. You throw something at him now."
Dill,
Guess
give me
we
a
kill
sharp
him.
roll.
That's not good.
That's not good. Oh dear.
It's a 6.
A 6.
That -1 is really coming for me.
You hear something else from behind this vent. I mean, you feel the vibrations of sound. Something in between the hissing, though you're not sure what it is. Just some bumps in the machinery behind there. Yeah. Who wants to take next action? Juju, Papa. D-Ham has just chucked a knife at Branch. Branch is seemingly getting more thrashy. The rope, I don't know, might be starting to fray in certain places. And it would really only do that around one spot that it's definitely at one moment eventually going to break in. So we'll say in the middle you can start to see some frays in the rope that it's like wearing down.
Hello, assorted branches. My dill senses are tingling.
That's not good.
Hello,
Branch
Dill.
tugs.
You know, it's me, the Lucas Chophouse answering machine. Would you like to place a reservation?
All right. I'm gonna grab Bigot's gun and hit Branch over the head with the butt of it.
Hell yeah. Take responsibility.
Oh.
You run over.
I think I need toxins to sober up.
Okay, that is that's a 5.
You run over.
Well, I
and
know
you
what that plus would be.
Slam the.
Yeah, that would still be that would still be a failure.
Plus hard, I think. Yeah. You roll
Yeah,
over.
That's still a failure.
And you hit it in the side of the head with the side of the gun. And Spigot, what kind of gun do you have? I've been imagining like a revolver.
It's a 9mm.
Oh, a 9mm.
It's a semi-automatic 9mm. Yes.
Like I'm trying to hit him over the head with the butt of it, like
yeah. When you
like
do
a
that,
la 80s movie where you're just like. Dunk, and
when
then
you do that, the magazine drops
miraculously
out of
kills
the
it.
Pistol
bottom of
I
it.
guess not in this case.
When you hit it in the side of the head, the magazine falls to the ground and clatters, and branches in his his like thrashing kicks it clean across the room and into a pile of detritus.
Sorry.
You got one in the chamber.
-11 bullets.
And yeah, I think in the same thrashing, you're kicked in the stomach and sent rolling backwards for 2 points of damage, though you're a juggernaut now, so you might not even be sent rolling backwards because you take no damage from that, I bet.
I get -2. Yeah, it's a -2 on all harm rolls.
Yeah, you don't go rolling backwards. You do that cool like standing slide
Abs of
backwards where you
steel.
blocked with your block straight up with your abs and just slide backwards.
What the hell happened to you in here?
I think everyone can see just the faintest, like most transparent white glow about her. Power-up styles.
I don't know what to do. I've tried 2 different ways to get this guy. Fuck.
I've amassed every level in the game.
Cricket is going to suggest, now that he's caught his breath, that we all move into the cell room, maybe even bringing Branch tied up into the cell room to see if the cleaner air will clear everyone's heads. Don't all
You
respond at
mean
once.
in the wall?
Well, we would have you be the
Everyone but
last one
Dill.
out.
I've got.
Yeah, and then Dill could come running once we're all into the cell room.
What about? Are
Well,
we
we have
leaving
Branch
Branch
tied
now?
up. So I would assume
For
if he's
now.
tied up that we should be able to bring him in there and let him breathe better air. Maybe it would help.
I mean, if I'm also in there, I feel like we can all definitely subdue him. But is the cell airtight?
It is not airtight.
Well, I
no.
went
Like,
back
if I
into the
stop
cell room
stoppering it
and
up,
it cleared my head enough. And
But the
before the door was open, we weren't affected by it.
yeah, the gap enough. The gap is smaller than the size of the vent, so you could, theoretically block up the big door window. The like iron barred
okay.
window. It's a smaller cell. You guys are going to be pretty squished in there, but you have access to the maintenance tunnels too, so you could spread out into there.
It's probably not like a poisoned fan or something. Like, it's probably a fan and also some sort of poison thing that's then being blown at us.
Yeah.
Like, if we were to pull the covering off of this vent, we could probably send someone in there to destroy the poison
Murderbot?
before they died.
Murderbot doesn't need to breathe.
That's true. Murderbot could go shoot the poison full of holes.
D-Ham?
But I can't say that because I don't know who Murderbot is yet.
Fine, guys. Just let me deal with my own story. Murderbot, let's
Father
go.
Murderbot would like to kill poison.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna see what happens. Roll plus hard here. A 9. A 9 to like just kind of plant my arms on either side of the vent and just pull it off because I'm in it.
Yeah, was this a hard roll?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that difficult to do. I think you with a 9,
Okay.
with a 9 you're able to
I
pull
do
it
like
off
a
the wall, yeah.
I do like a standing push up and I pull like a door shaped chunk of the wall out with me and it flops back on top of me and I go "Ugh."
A door-shaped chunk of the wall out. This vent is in the bottom of
I
the
pull the whole
stage.
Oh. Well, then I flip over like a trapdoor.
Yeah, just flip right open. The poison starts coming back out again, but the vent is open.
I suppose Dill didn't explain this plan to any of you.
You guys see Dill block it up and then just pull the vent off and lay there and look at you.
Petal tightens her coveralls over her nose.
It's awesome.
Dill looks over at everyone and they all go around and hide in the cell.
Dill, do you see the cell door shut? I guess. Real quick, Branch, you can hear the 7 branches, you can hear panicking in there. Awesome.
Oh man.
Yeah, so send the bot.
Murderbot, it
Where's
is
the
time.
Father? I'll
Yes.
take care of it.
Murder the
Mur-
poison.
Murder! And Murderbot floats across the room, guns out, and just slips right into the vent, goes down the vent. You hear the blips and bloops. I guess I'm gonna do this probably from the perspective of Dill, who is drunk, and hears the blips and bloops of Murderbot go down the tunnel. You hear a "Oh, hello," and then the unloading of 2 guns in a pretty far off down the tunnel, I don't know, area. It's pretty far down. You hear the echoing of the gunshots. And then you hear nothing. And it takes a bit longer before you just hear sliding down the vent. The poison has stopped. The poison stopped, and then the sound stopped, and all sound stopped. And now you just hear like dragging sound down the vent, and out comes Murderbot dragging the body of, I don't know, a guy with a skin mask over his, like, half of his face. He's like wet, oily black hair that comes down, fucking riddled with bullet holes. Murderbot says, "I found
Professor
him in a
Snape.
secret room," and shoots twice into the air.
Oh God, it's Tree Trunk.
The poison
I
has stopped,
recognize-
though.
Do I recognize him?
You probably, I guess you and Pollen would recognize him as his title, much as the kid had a title and the wizards had the wizard title. He's known as the bully, and he does run the house. He runs the House of Pain / Fun. He doesn't really come out
anymore.
often. He runs it from his secret room.
Used to.
That, after a little bit of time, someone can crawl down the vent and check out. It's a small secret room, and the hatch was just too far away from his little like command center chair. And so when Murderbot came up in there, I was chuckling to myself earlier. I was like, this dude has no fucking way out of his little thing. So Murderbot drags out the body of the bully. That was the drippy voice we heard before. That we won't hear again.
Oh. Excellent. Does he have a key?
Sure does.
Or a trophy.
He's got a key.
Yeah, let's
Still-
loot the body.
I think that Murderbot probably goes back in and comes back out with a number of things. A few syringes. Say a couple of which just equate to like healing syringes, and then one of which doesn't equate to that. It's a totally different liquid. He also comes back out
Does
with
he
the
have
trophy.
any weapons?
The trophy's nasty. It's like gross and grody and a little stained in some places, and the key doesn't look
Was it
great.
his pea cup because it's in a little hole?
It's got stains on it.
If he's trapped in the hole, does he have any weapons on him? Because I only have my glove of hate, and I would love anything more with some range. I lost my brick.
Yeah,
Doesn't-
and I would like my pistol back, and then I would want to know why it's
Oh,
lighter
sorry.
than usual.
No magazine, just
That's
the
so
one in the
funny.
chamber.
I don't know why. Here you go. Looks
That was
great.
The rest
Exactly.
of it, pedal.
I gesture vaguely to the detritus pile.
Great.
Happy hunting.
If the
And I go to
poison's
pat down the
cleared,
body to find a weapon.
Yeah,
Spigot will sulk over to find the magazine.
both of you give me an examine closely. Dill,
Come on, give me the.
Could also take one from Branch, maybe.
Oh yeah, let's loot Branch's body too.
Let's see. And
You
examine
guys-
closely is
got-
what?
examine closely
Sharp.
is
Sharp.
sharp and
Is sharp? Okay.
yes,
That's a 10 for me. Thank you, +2.
10 for you.
That is a 9 for me.
Okay, I will return in a moment for your questions if you guys examine closely. Dill, over the course of the next few minutes, no poison at all. The fan still blowing in the end of the vent lightly in the background starts to disperse the poison out of the room. Your head starts to clear up pretty quickly now that this has been like whatever source was feeding it has been shut off. and slowly the bits of the branches start to turn back into the bits of your friends, but it's probably not the best order in which it occurs. Branch also calms down, well, doesn't really calm down, but more passes out. He still has a pulse, though it's very fast and pretty erratic. But as comes down from like the poisonous gas situation, just sort of slumps into an unconscious heap. Everyone's lungs hurt just a little bit. And the two of you scope out some bodies. Spigot, you get to choose 2, and Pedal, you get to choose 1.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh.
Let me go to.
They are, you notice something hidden, you understand what's here, you complete the scan and a snap, or you find something shiny.
I'm gonna look
And
for
shiny.
something hidden and find something shiny.
I want to find something shiny.
Pedal, you find
Hopefully, it's not money.
like a belt, but instead of ammunition on the belt around his like waist area, there are 5 syringes of different colors.
Ooh.
One of which is a heal syringe. The other 4 are definitely not. Spigot.
Okay, well, I buckle it around my waist.
You find your magazine, because why wouldn't you? You rolled well enough. And something shiny. You find another magazine. How about that?
Woohoo! All right.
Same gun. When you
I'll
pick up
call that a
yours, there's
win.
another one it's leaning on top of, and it's about half filled with ammo. And you like look at both of them, and you pocket one.
Yeah, that works.
For
You're
a
welcome.
hot second, I really was thinking about picking up like paper magazines. I was like, why is this shiny? How is this helpful?
It's glossy
Um,
paper.
It's nice and thick.
It
Good for
must
paper
be,
cuts.
I guess.
Now you guys have a total of 5 unknown syringes and 3 healing syringes. And it's pretty quiet in here because the area boss just got sort of executed in a small room by an NPC, which I love.
Go Murderbot.
I love Murderbot.
Hello, everyone. This is
Levels
my
up.
son, Murderbot.
Hello.
So we've got 3
Hi.
keys now, right?
And
Yeah.
this is my dog.
Hello, dog. Meet son.
Multitonal scream.
I point at
Murder.
the murder bot. Do not hurt him. And I point at the dog.
Can I hurt anyone else?
Press yeah. Press 3 to not hurt him. Who can I hurt?
I press 3 very hard.
There will be
Press
many
4
people
to
for you
hurt
to hurt.
anyone else.
Not anyone else. Don't press that.
Whirling dervish.
Murderbot
No, Murderbot
kills the entire party.
I think he's
Cue
also
music.
got knives too. Yeah. I think that is a great
So what do
place
we
to
do with
cue
these
music, though it's about
keys?
15 minutes early. You have all 3 keys now. You guys went into this game. I think that after that, there isn't much fanfare. There isn't much like, oh, that's interesting. I think too much time is passed narratively, but now would be about where things start to, I guess, fade to black to bring us back to the pinball board. Because the two of you, Dham, Dill, you entered into this game like normal, like we would have with the Mario Kart. So after we won, it should have been fading out, and a lot of this should have just happened on the board. But we'll say that there's a little bit of a system error with all the extra bodies in the game it's transporting back now. But it starts to fade to black to bring you into that middle area. Do you guys want
We
to do
gotta
anything
get back to
in
how
the
you came
moment?
in. Escape.
You guys just make a
I want
break
to go
for
back to the
maintenance
pinball
halls?
board.
Oh, you
If
want
it
to go back to
if
the
it's
pinball board.
did you
I
say you
don't
did
think
or
we
did
do.
not?
I don't know
Then
that we do.
we've gotta jump back down into the maintenance tunnels.
I gotta find my thing. My
I'm sorry,
wizard
what?
killer. My
Uh,
wizard killer thing.
Oh yeah, the wizard
Yeah.
killer. The
But
Oh
right now,
yeah,
the more immediate thing is not to get transported back into the
we don't want to get
pinball
under the
place, right?
wizard's eye either, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd say back into the maintenance tunnels. Toot sweet.
Yeah.
I don't think that this is much of a role either. I think that it's just a you guys have done this and you know like what's coming, right? As it starts to fade to black, we just make a break for it. Cutting down and into the maintenance halls, into a bit of the drippy silence. Your little drips off in the distance as you shut the door behind you. I think you can. No, yeah. As you shut the door behind you in the maintenance halls,
Do we leave Branch behind?
No, he's
guess.
with us. We brought him into
Okay.
the room to get fresher air into the cell, so it would have been pretty easy to bring him down into the maintenance hatch with us.
Okay.
Well, he's passed out, so we'd really kind of have to drag him.
he's unconscious, and this is a squeeze. I think Pedal urges, like this being expedient through the halls, and I think it takes like the whole team to lift and shift him down and around, and turn around and back through this door and through this hallway that's thinner than that hallway, and it's definitely a struggle. And he doesn't wake up. You may scuff his skin a bit. He's probably bumped and bleeding by the time you make it there. But you guys drag him back to the mall food court in the liminal space to take a breath and reassess our plan of attack now that we have all that we need. And we fade to black, this time narratively.
Next
as
up,
we
another planning episode.
What are we gonna plan for next?
what are we gonna plan next? For now though, we're gonna go to history. Session end. We've got choose a character that knows you better than they used to. Dill.
It's gotta be Dham, right? There was a whole role for it early on in the session, wasn't there?
I actually I did physically shrug a little bit, but then I thought, like, if anything, you made good choices and good roles throughout your hallucinogen phase of this, where you ended up fist bumping Dham, and that feels like it feels like something. I don't know so much like what he's learned about you. Maybe that's from the opposite direction, but it feels like something there. Like you can pull him out even when you're hallucinating. You know who he is. That feels important. But is that Dham knowing you better, or is that the other way around?
No, I pick Branch.
Start a history session with Branch here. Yeah. What are your thoughts, Gabe?
I think I'm gonna give Pedal a negative.
Oh.
-1.
So I mark it on my end.
Banana.
Tell that player to take a
Mhm.
-1 to their history with you.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's now
Take a
a
-1 for your inability to connect with the feral Dill.
But I like
God
that
damn banana.
I liked how you tried and that you tried. It unfortunately just wasn't.
I did like
the
both
heart
of
of the
those
dice.
things. Don't
Yeah.
stop trying, but punishment.
Punishment for the heart of the dice.
Aw.
Lawrence, Who knows
I choose
D-Ham
Dill.
better? Dill.
Oh,
I feel if Dill was able to pick me out from a crowd of branches, and then fist bump me through all of that, I feel like you know me, and you know my son.
Branch head.
You were there when he was born.
You were there when he was born as Godfather.
I
Wow.
still don't understand
Wait.
it, but I was.
That means that Murderbot's Catholic, which means we're Godfather.
Conceptual. Sure.
Space
I believe
Catholic.
in murder and the Lord, our Lord and Savior.
He believes in hell. He's sending you there.
I'm
You're
doing
going
the
to
Lord's
space
work.
hell.
You really want me to tint
Enjoy
it this-
hell. I
Enjoy
believe in it.
hell.
Next season, we go to space hell to
Wow.
rescue Murderbot.
Oh no.
Spigot or Mike, who knows Spigot better than they used to?
I don't know that anybody knows Spigot better.
Negatives.
Yeah. I think the one that there was the least interaction with through all of this was DM. So I'm going to say a -1 to DM.
Okay.
Unless I
No, you
give a
already said
+1
it.
to Murderbot, because I learned a lot about Murderbot
Yeah,
because I knew nothing
baby.
about Murderbot before.
+1. Up to you.
Yeah, let's go +1 to Murderbot.
+1
Murderbot.
with
So
Spigot.
DM, you stay where you are.
You got it.
Met. Love it. Murderbot's happy. And Grace, who knows Pedal better than they used to?
I mean, I told them about my wizard killer, but even I don't really know what that means, so I'm not really sure if that reveals much. I guess I also now know that Murderbot is alive, but that just feels like copying off of Mike.
Points, points, points.
I guess it would. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I failed to help Dill, but I don't know if that.
Dill's way past help.
Wait, I thought
Yeah, I can't
Branch
really
was
think of.
past help.
Maybe.
Now we can still help Branch. We're getting Branch back to
Okay.
the where the angel's at. We can probably fix Branch.
Okay.
Dill. Long gone.
This is who I am.
I mean, I guess Murderbot would be a +1, but I don't know if that's. That feels
yeah.
like cheating.
It's up to you. It is Murderbot has been put down as a mechanic for us to use, so it is viable because it's equivalent to Spigots having just met Murderbot. Or you can hand out a negative because negatives can also give us the experience that we're after in the end anyway. Like maybe you do know Dill
I guess,
less,
yeah,
which is
I mean-
pushing that closer to a.
I know Dill. I guess I know Dill more because I looked into his brain, into his maelstrom, and saw.
Choose a character who knows you better than they used to, though.
Oh no,
I
it's
guess,
me.
yeah, I was wrong about
fuck.
that as well.
Oh.
Oh, then if that's the case, then it's probably not Murderbot for
No,
me either.
right. You know Murderbot better, but Murderbot
Yeah.
hasn't really met you.
We're not good at this mechanic.
Yeah,
No.
never get this down. Never get this down.
Okay, then nobody really knows me
Because mine
better.
should have been
and
Pedal.
Yeah.
the one that I didn't interact with was DHam, really. So I guess negative to DHam because we didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So D-Ham, you take a -1.
And
I
I
don't know
should
what
take
it
my
is.
negative away from DHam and give it as a +1 to Pedal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So we're +2 now. Okay.
Okay. And Spigot, does that change yours too?
Yeah, I guess that goes back to the -1 to DM.
All right, D-Ham. You gotta in this moment you change that to a -1 from everyone. And then
Damn.
Dills here goes up on pedals. One pedal. Two pedal. Two pedal. Pedal knows you better than she used to. So Pedal, you raise 1 on D-Ham. Yeah, that's a wild mechanic.
Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna miss this when we go back to the other thing.
Nope. I just don't
I can't
like
wait to go back to the more complicated game.
that is just there's more to I don't like session and stuff. I don't like having to end on this note every time.
All right, let's end the session by giving each other notes.
Right.
I don't
Yeah,
hate
here's a
notes,
+1
but
for
this is
you,
just
here's
the
a
worst
-1
way
for
to like
you.
they're in character notes.
Yeah.
We didn't bond, so I'm punishing you.
Next time we'll probably bond less because it's lower now.
Tell me
Okay.
crap about yourself.
Yeah, right.
Points away from you.
No points.
And also, we weren't even together for a lot of it.
Yeah.
Finally
All together was
together again.
Immediately start handing out negatives.
If we're all excited to get back, that's funny. No one knows me now. If we're all excited to get back, it should not be but another maybe two or 3 sessions. I doubt even 3 sessions. It's soon. Like it's soon that we're back in, which is exciting because I'm excited.
You
as
never
well.
know. We might plan the whole time. You never know.
You could plan for 2 or 3 sessions too, and then maybe it's another one.
We really like to do that.
Would you like to do that? Hey, what if I opened the session by 15 minutes of exposition and be like, all right, what's the plan?
What's the plan? I mean, it's not.
No,
it's not
I
much
promise. I'm
difference
gonna try and avoid that phrase this season 2. We're gonna try
The
not to
keyword,
use
it's our
the
Achilles
P word.
heel.
Just action.
We love to do that.
What do you want to do right now?
Id only. Id.
Good session, everyone. Thank you for your work,
Yeah.
Craig.
And I remembered to click the button this time.
Hey. I did as
Thanks,
well. I'm just
Craig.
trying to now. Oh, that got rid of that.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Everyone listening.